Hiya, it's Trudy here at Trudy's Boutique, and this video is for quarantine lockdown hair. So if you've got a bit of an issue like me right now, where it's starting to get a little bit too much on the roots here, I've probably got another week or two, and then I'm going to need some serious sorting out. And the place I get my bleach from is currently closed. Don't know when it's going to be open, so dilemma. So yeah, if you're obviously needing roots being dyed, if you've had like just a bad hair day, or fringes grown out, or you've sort of tried to haircut yourself, these all Trudy's hair accessories, I'm going to show you just quick demonstrations of like different things you can do to try and help survive. Obviously, if you're watching this after COVID-19 pandemic, then these are just sort of things if you really can't be bothered to dye your hair or you've had some sort of disaster. So we've got the wired hair tie, which is the best seller here. We have elasticated headbands right here. We have the silk headscarf, this beautiful one right here. We have a little chiffon headscarf, this one right there. And then we have the extra long headscarf. So these ones I do normally make for Macmillan, and I started obviously making, because if you don't know about my business, that I started making it for women who've lost their hair due to chemo. Obviously all the description, everything's on my website to www.trudysboutique.co.uk. But obviously these, you know, even if you've got hair, you can still wear them. So what I'm going to do is first off show you the wired hair tie. Now, how the full in-depth description of these can be found on my really long, or not really long video, just the promo sort of one on the initial how to wear the wired hair ties, or you can sort of wear the shorter one. So I'm not going to describe these, I'm literally just going to pop it in just for you to see, and then if you buy or you want one of these, you can obviously go to the specific videos. So pop it in, wire to the base of the neck, bring it up and round like this, and then bring it over and twist. So you catch your hair, it's fine because you can just move the wire. So this is what's great about these wired ones, is if obviously you get it all over the place or your hair in the way, you don't actually have to take the entire thing out. So this here, just playing around, so I've done the twist, just making a nice little bow, and there we go. It distracts away from any roots there, so you can obviously hide. So say if you've, I don't know, cut your fringe, or your fringe has grown to down here, you can use these to obviously keep your fringe back and out of the way, and you can tuck your fringe. And here's, obviously I don't have a fringe, so I can't show you exactly what, you know, I'm going on, but I think you can get the general idea. So if you've got the fringe sticking out there, you can tuck that away. If obviously you're parting, is you can change the bow to sit wherever the parting is. Another one you can do with the wired hair tie, which obviously is really good and probably better if you have a fringe, is obviously if you don't have hair or you've got short hair, you shouldn't really need to put your hair up, but I just find it easier when I'm doing it this way, is the wire sits here at the front. Oh my god, look, it's hiding it all already. And then you just do the twist like I've done at the top, at the back, and then tuck these bits away, or you can bring them to the side so it looks like a headscarf. I'll do that in a minute so you can see. And ta-da, it is all hidden. And then bring the hair down like that, and then see, I mean obviously it's not going to hide everything, but at least it distracts. Or you can get, I use dry shampoo sometimes to like lighten up the roots, but if obviously you've got dark hair, you could even get the root touch up. These are all washable, so obviously get dry shampoo or something like that on them, we just chuck them in the wash. And then, like I said about the headscarf, the ends, I'm just untucking, move it to the side. Oh my god, that's so cute. I love this design, by the way. This is like the vintage rose on green, by the way, if you're looking at this design and thinking, oh, I like that one. So there we go, and you just twist and you've got sort of a 70s little headband thing going on right there. So yeah, that's just sort of two ways you can wear the wired one to cover up the quarantine hair. But yeah, feel free to obviously play around and come up with whatever it is you want to sort of come up with. Ooh, what should we play with next? Oh, let's go elastic. Where's the elastic one? There it is. So lovely leopard print, loads of different colours in this one. To be honest, this one's just literally bog standard. You just pop it in and sort of go. So this one is really the same concept as the wired hair tie, that you just pop it on and it's just sort of going to cover any bits of roots and things like that. And I think just wearing a hair accessory just distracts away. So obviously if you've had a bit of a dodgy dye or, you know, haircut, I think when you style it with a hair accessory, it's almost like you've meant to do it. So, you know, people sort of like, you're like, oh, you're really working that that hair colour because you're wearing a hair accessory. So, but yeah, see, it just sort of distracts away from anything. If you need your hair up because it's a bit greasy or something like that, just obviously cover it like that. But yeah, putting a hair accessory in, I think, just sort of distracts away from everything. Chiffon one. These ones, they come in a square, but obviously this one's a nice two-tone one, which is quite fun. So obviously you can make it bigger or sort of smaller, but the chiffon ones, they are a little bit more sort of see-through. So you like the silk headscarves, which I'm going to show you in a minute, and being a bit bigger, you could cover the entire head if you wanted to. Obviously with these ones you could, but you're going to see all your hair underneath anyway. So once again, like the elastic and the wired hair tie one, this is just really to distract away. People are probably going to notice your roots anyway, or obviously you'll hide your fringe underneath it, but you know, it's just that sort of, you know, just the distracting away. So what you do here, just to literally do one knot and then a double knot I do for extra security, like that. And then with these ones, what I do, so I've got a little bit of hair in there. See, this is with the wired ones, because if you get some hair caught in this double knot, if I can't get this out, I'm going to have to take the whole thing apart. So that's why the wired ones are the best seller. So I then just do this little bow right here, open this out like that, and then see, oh my god, super cute, and then just sort of play around. See, I'd probably actually put it more this side if obviously you've got a part in, but I just tend to sort of like want to put my bows this side. Maybe I'll move that over like that. And then also you could open up the scarf as well to like cover a bit more, or these ones will look really, really cute if your hair's up actually. So if you've got sort of a bit going on, nice little bow, victory roll if you can be bothered, because that's what I normally do at my vintage shows. So, but yeah, just like I said, distracting from the quarantine hair. So sorry, it's gotten a mess, just give it a little bit of a brush, because next up is the silk headscarf. What I'm going to do is, first off, I'm going to show you how to wear it covering the full head. So if you've got really, really long, thick hair or really, really curly hair, it's all according how big, if you're going to like get it all in the headscarf. So this one, I'd probably, if you've got really long, thick hair, probably just do maybe just a bit instead of covering the full head. Obviously, if you've got no hair, you're good anyway, because you don't have to worry about bleaching and dyeing and haircuts. So but yeah, if you've got sort of short to like my length hair, maybe a bit longer but it's thinner, then you should be all right with this one. So what I've done is, so like I said, it's a square, so I've just tucked the one sort of corner over, and what I'm going to do is put that over the base of the neck, so it's creating, so you're not going to get that like this triangle sort of sticking out at the back. So bring it up, swap the ends over, one knot, make sure it's nice and tight, another knot like that, and then this bit here, you can obviously just tuck it in, but I find it's a bit more secure to put into that knot and do a third knot. Yeah, this ain't coming out. You can put hair grips to obviously keep it in as well if you want, but when you tie it like that, it's sort of, yeah, it's not really going anywhere. And then it's a case of tucking. So literally tuck, tuck, tuck that bit. And then obviously you've got these little dodgy bits at the top there. So what I do is sort of just tuck them in on themselves like that. And then this side here, like that. And then that little pesky bit keeps coming out. Obviously I'm doing this really, really rough, so like just take your time. I mean, I wore this, I had my wisdom teeth taken out about 3 years ago, and this was a godsend when I didn't want to wash my hair. And yeah, so it's just sort of like taking all the hair away. You could probably maybe even, if your hair's a bit decent, bring some bits out, because I find I need some little tufty bits on because I look a bit woo. And this is why I created headwear for women who've lost their hair, because I know how rubbish I would feel and look if I lost all my hair. So anyone that rocks the bold look, I mean, you're amazing, absolutely amazing. So yeah, just bring these sort of little bits out, or, you know, do whatever. This one's good if obviously you haven't washed your hair either. So yeah, that's the full head silk headscarf. But what you can do, just tie all these, untie all these knots, is take it and fold it over, so you can make it nice and large, or you can make it a bit smaller. I'll just sort of go to the larger bit. So I'm just sort of folding it, so when you put it on, you can see it's covering however much you want. So you can make it like really thin, or obviously much thicker, but not to the full head bit. And then this one, just do 1 knot, and then 2 knots. My head's quite big, by the way, so if you have a smaller head than me, you might even be able to get like a little a little bow out of that. So yeah, this one here, you can then tuck these bits away, so sort of creating the nice little washerwoman look. But I think what's nice with these is you can sort of make it actually look messy but intended. So even if you obviously unintentionally got all these bits hanging out, it's sort of like you're meant to do it. So once again, it sort of hides, distracts, we'll use that term, distracts away from any roots. And yeah, so yeah, that's that one there. And also hair, you can bring your hair back down if you want, just takes it off your face. And yeah, so that's the silk ones. Like I said, there's more you can do with them. Obviously, just feel free to experiment, do whatever you want. And I'll probably do other sort of videos, but this is just sort of a real quick for the quarantine hair mess. So yeah, these ones then, next and last but not least, is the really long, sort of, can you see how long that is? About 1 metre. So for obviously people that have lost their hair, these ones are really good for sort of like full head coverage. So you can see, bring it on, bring it around, or obviously if you wear these for like religious reasons, really good to cover the entire hair as well. So you can then obviously cover full head, bring it round. Sometimes I just pin it. It's all according obviously what you've got, like a safety pin or something like that, because then it brings this nice little you know, sort of side bit. The Macmillan lady, or one of the women that work at Macmillan, she's done like a plait, something like that. I can't do it. So maybe like Google or YouTube how to do these sort of like headscarf sort of plait things. If you don't have a safety pin or anything like that, just take sort of like 2 little bits and just do like a little double knot, if I can find it. There we go. This one is probably a bit more playing, but the thing is you can do more with them. So you can obviously create these nice little side bits. This one I'm going to attempt, but I'm better putting it on people than on myself. So once again, yeah, if you try and do this one, maybe don't follow me, just try and find it on YouTube. I've halved it over, and then bring this bit at the back, and then bring it up. See, I'm not that good at it. Bring it up here, and you can then do a big knot. So I'm just tucking it under here and pull it nice and tight like that. And yeah, don't leave it like that. You can maybe do it like another knot, or some people put them around buns, so they've got like the, you know, like the little donut bun thing. But I find, you know, these are the same. You can make them really messy looking, and it's almost like it's intended, which is sort of really awesome. So you can sort of like do the nice little, and obviously tuck these bits under. It's just a case of tucking and, you know, sort of putting away pins and things like that. But yeah, so that bit could have done with being a bit longer. You get the idea. Like I said, I'm really rushing just to sort of get through all of these, and so you're not watching a 30-minute video, but yeah, sort of covers the entire hair. Or just use it like a normal sort of like headscarf, and just really layered, like keep